everybody. So this video is structured for particularly runners. When you run, you're very taut in your upper body and quite solid as you're running. You're not sort of slouching down. So what we need to do is mobilise that upper back, get a little bit of rotation in the spine, and also of course to strengthen that lower back. There's a lot of pounding going on there. Also the core has got to be really strong. Let's get going. So we're going to start hands behind the thighs, rolling down through the back and staying here just for a couple of breaths. I want you to lengthen those arms away, and I want you to just tilt the pelvis just a little bit, imprinting and arching. Just a small movement just to start mobilising that lower back. Really pull up on the pelvic floor muscles. Try and keep the knees completely still, and just let that pelvis rock forward and back. And then I want you to stop in the middle of those two movements. So you should be in your neutral spine, where you can just about get your hand underneath your lower back. You're really connecting with your core, your lower abdominals, and you're going to keep your hands down on the floor. Let's float one knee in towards the chest, but it's only going to go into tabletop. Imprint the lower back just slightly into the mat, and then take the other leg up. We're going to be here a while, all right? So if that's really hurting, then imprint a little bit more, or just pop one foot down on the floor, all right? So holding it here, just close your eyes and imagine somebody is standing on your lower abdominals. And I just want you to breathe, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. This is quite hard doing this. This is isometric contraction of your abdominals. And exhaling through the mouth. One more time. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Making sure your hands are really reaching away from you. From here, let's just go into our heel digs. Heel dig on the floor. Bring it back up. Same leg, heel dig on the floor. Bring it back up. So if your back is hurting, you can pop the other foot on the floor, all right? And again, we're trying to reach towards the end of the mat. Okay, usually in class, a lot of people tend to just straighten their leg. I'm still keeping my knee bent. I'm still connecting with my core, but I'm lengthening my leg a little bit, opening up my hip, trying to tap the end of the mat. Let's just do 4 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Try not to change anything in your pelvis. Or if you prefer, you can inhale down and exhale up, whichever you prefer, as long as you breathe. And then let's do the other leg. It's quite nice to pop your hands just in towards your lower abdominals a little bit. You will feel them firing up underneath your fingers. And again, exhale away. It's so easy for the pelvis to be tilted here and you to arch your back in that position. I don't want to do it because I'll hurt myself. So really stay completely still. It's just the leg moving. This is number 6. Lengthening that leg towards the end of the mat. Number 7. Last one. Number 8. And then come back. I know you want to collapse, but you're not going to. Hold it here. Draw that belly in. Now you can bring your knees in. Just bring your bottom off the floor and just rock a little bit. Knees into the chest. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. Just circle in the hips for me. 2 on one way and then 2 the other. and then coming back onto the floor. Let's do another core exercise. So lengthen those arms away again, lengthen the legs away, and you can either flex the feet or have them completely relaxed. Take those arms up to the ceiling, take those arms back. So let's lengthen that body now. As you can see, my hands are nowhere near the floor. If I was to try and push my hands onto the floor, my back will arch, my ribs will flare up. So I want my ribs down. I can feel the back of my ribs on the mat, my shoulder blades. My hands are hanging, they're not touching the floor. I'm relaxing my feet. Let's go into roll up. So this is a spine mobility exercise. Core working to come up, bring your body up. Now I flex my feet and I come into a really nice stretch here. As though I'm stretching forward, somebody's holding my hands, and as though somebody has punched me in the tummy here. I'm not reaching forward over my legs, just holding it here. And then I'm not going to sit upright, I'm going to go back the way I came, rounding the spine, vertebra by vertebra, onto that mat, relaxing my legs, lengthening again. Let's do this again. Inhale, nice deep inhalation. Exhale, trying to make this as smooth as possible. Looking down at your knees, reaching forwards, but getting that lovely scoop in the abdominals there. And let's go back the way we came up. Drop those shoulders away from your ears. Very easy to come up this way or down this way. Make sure there's a gap between your ears and shoulders, relaxing those legs. And each time you do this, you will start to feel the spine mobilising a little bit better. If you find it really hard to come up, you might want to just help yourself on your elbow, flexing the feet, toes pointing to the ceiling. And then keep that curve, drop the shoulders down the back, relax those legs, reach those arms over and lengthen. Let's just do a couple more. As you can see, my hands are nearly touching the floor now. That's how tight my back was. Inhale and exhale. Try not to do it with your back in your effort. Slowly come up. Flex the feet. Reach forward. You should look like a nice letter C. Come back the way you went up. Drop those shoulders. Relax those feet. Feel every single vertebra dropping down onto the mat. And we're on our final one, and my hands are easily touching the floor now. Inhale. Energy goes through those arms. Exhale. Really enjoy this roll up position. C curve. Now then, we're going to change it a little bit here. We come up into a nice seated position. Might have to adjust yourself a little bit. And we're just going to do a little bit of a rotation on the spine. So let's twist to the left and twist to the right and twist to the left. Back stays completely straight. If that's uncomfortable for you, you bend your knees, or you might want to just quickly roll up the mat to tilt your pelvis, and that might help you this way. This really takes the load off of your lower back. Breathing out. Nothing else is moving, just your upper back rotating. Let's do 4 more. Think nice and tall. You're being suspended from the ceiling through a piece of string. Let's do last 2. And last 1. And I forgot to mention, all the time when I'm twisting, I can see both hands out of the corner of my eyes. I'm not twisting and my hands behind me and hyperextending my back, all right? Make sure you're hugging probably a really big beach ball in that position. Good. Okay, let's roll over onto our tummies and let's do a little bit of back strengthening. So let's put our forehead on our hand hands. Let's release those legs and lift them up towards the ceiling. I want you to switch on your glutes, engage your core, so drawing your belly button up off the mat. And you're just going to push up with the legs and then release back down. Again, reach up. We're not thinking of how high we can take those legs. It's just how long you can make them. And again, make sure you're dropping those shoulders away from your ears. So you're not like this. And slowly come back down. And then do one more like this. Lifting up and releasing down. Now we're going to do 4 more. But if you have got lower back issues, I would keep your hands on the floor. If you don't, let's make it a little bit harder. So forehead is going to go on your hands. And you're going to lift the legs and lift the upper body. You can see I'm hardly coming off the floor. And then I'm slowly going back down. Again. Exhale. And slowly back down. Try and keep those elbows out, level with your hands. And slowly down. I'm pointing my feet to keep that extension in my legs, but you can keep the feet relaxed if you want to, if you get cramp. And slowly down. Let's walk those hands forwards and just give yourself a lovely full body stretch here. Going to keep the feet on the floor now and just work the upper body a little bit more. So we're going to lift the arms, take them all the way side, all the way down, bring them in. Arms up, out to the side, down, bring them all the way in. If your back is hurting here, just skim the nose off the mat and really make sure you're drawing your belly towards your spine, your tummy button. If not, you can come up a little bit higher, whatever your back allows. Let's do 2 more. Reach, take it out, take it down, bring it in, last one, forward, take it out, trying to keep that same level, and then bring it in from here. Going to go into your plank, so popping your feet, hands down, not your feet are already down, hands down facing each other, going to come up onto your knees, elbows in line with the shoulders, not sinking down, push away, and you can either keep your plank here or come up into your plank here, keeping the knees off. So we're going to move with the plank position today, okay, really trying to strengthen your core. And what we're going to do is just take a walk inwards with your feet, staying completely parallel, and then take a walk with your feet out. And again, come together and take them out. If you don't want to do the walking out and in, that's fine. One more time. Walking in and walking out. Going to hold it there, drop the knees down, keep the hands where they are, and just pop your head through your arms. Lovely upper body stretch here. So you can see my bottom is nowhere near my heels. From here, let's move forward. Hands are going to remain where they are, so they're a little bit narrower than they usually are. I'm going to go this way so you can see me a bit better. Usually I'm out to hip, mat distance. This one I'm going to be a little bit narrower. I'm going to drop my bottom down, draw the belly in, shoulders away, parallel legs, coming up into extended plank or leg pull prone. So really push into the hands there, draw the belly in, connect with the core, lift the right leg up. Hold it there. Take it back down. Lift the left leg there. So we're pausing for about 3 to 5 seconds in this position and then take it back down. Make sure you're not slumping down into your shoulders. Pop it back down. And again, lift up towards the ceiling. And pop it back down. Let's do one more time. I am looking at the top of my mat. Make sure you're not looking down like this. Otherwise you're going to open up your neck vertebra a little bit too much. And down. This time, knees go down, we do go back down. Bottom to heels. But keep those hands where they are. Pop your head through your arms and give yourself a lovely stretch. Slowly coming back up to a sitting position. And again, if you find it really hard to sit down, you might just want to roll your mat up a little bit more. I'm going to do it slightly on the sideways so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to have your legs apart, all right? They're not really, really wide apart, but you can see that my back is, again, nice and straight. I'm not slumping. Some people find it really hard to sit like this, so bend your knees slightly. So you're going to take your arms out to the side. You're going to inhale nice and tall. Exhale, aim your hand towards your opposite foot. Back thumb down, forward thumb up. Look at your back shoulder, make sure it's rotated up. Okay, it's not slumping forwards. Then we're going to come back up. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, back thumb down, front thumb up. Slowly coming back up, nice and tall. Exhale. Again, a lovely rotation and stretch for your back. Making sure the bottom stays down, all right? We're not lifting. I'll show you on my next repetition. We're not lifting the bottom off to reach. Bottom stays down, reach across. Let's do one more each side. Always lift up and over instead of just reaching across. Last one, shoulders away from the ears. And back. And again, I can see my thumbs and hands at the corner of my eyes. I'm not doing it with my arms right out here. Okay, that's way too wide. Good. Right, from here, let's do a little bit of arm strengthening, a little bit more core work. So let's just open up that mat a little bit more. Hands are going to be behind you and you're going to look straight forward. Right, you're not looking down, not looking at the ceiling. And hands are going to face you. Now if that hurts your wrists, make sure the hands go out to the side. All right, I don't like it too far in, so I go a little bit outwards for me. Make sure the shoulders are above the wrists. You're going to look straight forward and connect with your core and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Feel that in the back of the arms. If that is really hard for you, you can slightly bend the knees and come up in this position. Slowly release the bottom down and we go again. Exhale. Lifting up. Inhale. Coming back down. Exhale. You can see my wrists and my shoulders in a nice long line. Sometimes when people do this in my class, they take their hands too far back and you can see I'm opening up my shoulder too much. So it has to be quite near to the bottom. And down. Let's do two more. Push into the hands. Look forward. Connect with your abdominals. Slowly down. Lift up. Last one. Exhale. Look forward. And slowly down. And release. You might want to just shake your hands. Rotate your wrists. A little bit full on there. Right, let's mobilise the spine a bit more. Let's lower ourselves down here, pop our hands down by our side, and make sure the heels are not too far away. We're quite near to the bottom in this position. And you're going to start again, like we did at the beginning of class, with our neutral spine. So you have that little bit of a gap here, all right? This time we're going to go into that pelvic tilt and come up a little bit further. So tilting the pelvis, rounding the spine. Let's peel every single vertebra off that mat and come into a lovely ski slope position. Now then, I'm not going too high. This will happen if I go too high. Arch back, ribs flare, tummy pops up. So drop those hips slightly and feel very, very stable in this position. And then we're going to open up the right arm and reach it back. We're going to stay in this position. Reach the other side. And reach the right. And reach the left. And reach the right. Nothing is happening to my hips. Think about pulling your heels towards your bottom, and you will feel the engagement of your hamstrings a little bit more. Let's just do one more. Now both arms are going to go up to the ceiling in a nice wide V. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to press stud that spine. Lengthen that spine as much as you can into that mat. This is what your spine needs when you're running. It is very, very straight. Just the legs are usually walking and your arms, all right? Let's do it again. So hands on the floor, tilt the pelvis, round the spine, peel the spine off the mat. Draw those heels towards your bottom. Feel as though they're in glue, but you're trying to pull them in. This time, why don't you pop your hands on your hips and just drop the right hip down, bring it back up. Drop the left hip down, bring it back up. Drop the right hip down, bring it back up. Drop the left hip down, bring it back up. Try and do it without the hands on there. Drop the right hip down, bring it back up. Make sure that other hip stays completely still and it doesn't follow the hip that's dropping down. Last one. And then this time, just take your arms all the way back behind you. Close your eyes again. Slowly melt the spine down. Press stud that spine into the mat as you roll down. This really helps to lengthen the spine a little bit more. And take those arms up to the ceiling and come back into your tabletop position. So you're imprinting your lower back just a little bit into the mat now. Again, a little bit of core work here. Glue the knees, glue the ankles. Come up. Lift up nice and tall through the back. Stay here. Exhale round, inhale reach, that's 1. Exhale round, inhale reach, that's 2. If your back hurts, if your neck hurts, pop your head on the floor. If your back hurts, bring your feet up towards the ceiling. We've got 2 more. Exhale round. Inhale, lift, last one. Exhale round. Inhale, lift, hold it there. Can you hold behind your thigh? Lovely hamstring stretch for runners here. 1, 2, 3, let's change. 1, 2, 3. If you find that a little bit hard on your back, you might want to not take the bottom leg down so low. And if your neck is hurting, just pop your head back down on the floor. Let's go a little bit quicker. Drawing that nose towards your knee. Last one. We're going to try to do it with no hands now. 1, 2, 3. This is really, really strong on your core. So really connect down there. Shoulders away from your ears. Let's do it one more time each side. Last one. And then release. Relax the head side to side. Pop your feet on the floor and just drop the knees side to side as well. And let's just work a little bit on the obliques here, side tummy muscles. Open up the arms and again come into tabletop. Now when you open your arms up, most people go to here, go a little bit higher than they should. So go lower than you think you should, and that's probably about the right position. Feel the shoulder blades into the mat, glue the knees, glue the ankles. Slightly go over to the right and slightly go over to the left. I don't want to see daylight in between those legs. The opposite shoulder does not come off the floor. Nothing in the upper body comes off the floor. Only the legs are moving. This really hurts your back. You pop your tiptoes on the floor and you do the same thing. If you want to work a little bit harder, you're going to hold it here, press onto the backs of the hands and extend the top leg. So you get a little bit of a hamstring stretch there. Bend the knee, slowly come back to the centre. Other side, drop it down, extend the leg, bend the knee, come back to the centre. Let's do one more time each side. Make sure you're also not poking your chin to the ceiling. You've got that little imaginary tennis ball underneath your chin, which you're keeping there between your chin and your chest. Last time, over to the left. Extend that top leg. Bend the knee. And back to the centre. And again, let's just hug those knees in. Rock the knees in and back. Just open up the lower back. We're going to put the hands behind the thighs and rock a little bit more until you can come up to a sitting position to here. So the feet are not going to touch the floor. The elbows are out, right? They're not crunching in. And we're going to go into rolling. Inhale back, exhale up, hold. And inhale back, exhale up, hold. A lovely mobilisation for your spine. Let's do two more. Inhale back, exhale up, hold. Last one. Inhale back, exhale up. From here, can you extend one leg, keep one leg in, roll down. So one leg is straight, one leg is in tabletop, and then you're going to change. Pop the hand either side of the knee. 1 and 2 and 3. Again, core strength is needed here. Upper body does not move. You stay lifted all the time. It's very easy to collapse in the upper body like this. Make sure you stay lifted. You've got 8 more. 8 and 7, 6 and 5. Gently bringing the knee back into tabletop. And 2 and 1. Now hold it here. Open up the arms. Hug the knees in. Come up again. And I just want you to hug your knees. Drop your chin in towards your chest. And we're going to come onto our knees now. So coming up to here. If you've had a knee operation like I have, or you have knees that are a bit sore, again, just roll up your mat. Going to do some lateral work. So we're going to drop that, my right hand, your left hand, over to the side, and can you extend, the other leg out. So the toes facing forward. I'm on my tippy toes. I've got no weight on my hands. All right? Knee is underneath my hip. I'm going to extend my arm all the way over and see if I can flatten my hand on the floor. Now, if you can't do this, You could get a little towel or a block here to pop your hand. The yoga block is perfect. And then you're going to come round, turn slightly and stretch your hamstrings in this position. Turn again, foot faces me, foot behind the knee, drop down and reach over. Head is in line with the spine, and if you really want to, if you feel you can, lift that leg up. Drop it back down, lift up, turn slightly, the knee swivels, foot comes behind, and you come into your hamstring stretch. And then we're going to go to the other side. So the other foot is going to go forward, nice and tall. Test the waters first, see how far you want to go. Might be just onto a block first. Fingertips, taking the arm up and over, and then when you feel a little bit more give in your stretching, you might be able to pop your hand back down. Then coming up, swivel, knee, foot goes behind the knee, we reach over and stretch the back of the leg. Feel that length behind the leg, and then come back up, foot forward, hand up and over. And if you're feeling confident, lift that leg up to the ceiling, just a little bit. Pop it back down, lift up, twist and stretch. It feels so good. Oh. And then you're going to move your mat out. So it's stretched this way and lie back on your tummy. So let's just stretch out the quadricep. So lying down, we've got support of the floor, forehead goes on the hand, and you're just bringing your heel in towards your bottom. Now if you can't do that, you get a towel or a Dynaband, pop it round the foot and just draw it into the bottom. So you're in a nice relaxed position here. So all you have to think about is stretching that quad. Try and push the hip into the mat. And then we change to the other side. Other foot, other hand. Push that hip down into the mat. Stretch it out. And release. You're going to slowly come up onto all fours. Let's just do a cat stretch. Hunching up and releasing down. One more time, hunching up and releasing down. I've got one more exercise or stretch that I really like when I go for a run. So both legs are out. You're going to take your, I'm going to face you actually. I'm going to take your left leg across, my right leg, your left. Going to take your right arm in and you're going to hold onto your wrist and just slightly pull that knee in and think nice and tall and twist. And feel that lovely stretch in your glutes. Look over your shoulder and you might want to twist a little bit more by popping the back hand down on the floor and then rotating a little bit more. All the while thinking tall, lengthen. And then let's do the other side. Other leg goes out, other knee comes in, hug it in, hold onto the wrist and twist. And I always used to say in my classes, it's like bringing a wet cloth out, getting that water out of the wet cloth or getting that stale air out of your body. And then pop that hand behind and twist a little bit more. And then slowly come back.